Cannonball! Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Donkey Kong Country 3. In the previous episode, we took care of some side quests and then ventured into Razor Ridge, as you see here now. Oh, and we ran into the freaking Prelude of Light of the Simon Cave. Seriously, what are the odds of that? But, as mentioned at the end of the previous episode, this game is not going to pull any punches from here on out. Fortunately, the next couple levels are also pretty fun. In fact, this one coming up here is one of my favorite in the entire game. Let's enter Pothole Panic. Bit of an unusual color palette. Some purple and bluish green. Kinda cool. Not something you see often in a cave. And down here, the first and only Squawk's crate in the entire game. Yes. When he's carrying you around, you just kind of hang on to his talons. That's, I'm not entirely sure how he manages that. Well, one good thing to know is when Squawks is ferrying you around, as opposed to when you're in the form of Squawks, he can't fly upward as easily. So you'll be relying a lot on high jumps. Here's the cave from that booty bird. Let's head on, shall we? And off the bat, well, after we grab these 20 bananas hidden up here, this is a Kachukka. These guys in the bombs they throw out of, I'm not sure how they keep them on their barrels, but they're creating the potholes that give this level its name. Fortunately, they shoot in predictable patterns, so treat them like the carbines in Fireball Frenzy. Onward, we have another one. Bit of an interesting fact, at some point in development, as known because there are some unused sprites of this, the Kachukkas were at some point meant to be able to be picked up and thrown just like the Nakas and presumably the Krakas. At some point they decided against it. Well, no real big loss. Keep an eye out for those copters, though. They just won't leave us alone, will they? If you go down here, careful. There's a barracorn and some bananas to be had. Careful. More copters up here. And now we see booty birds used as obstacles, interestingly enough. Hope your aim is true. Makes things much easier here. And now we reach the water and Squawk's asked to leave us. Fortunately, there's another animal buddy waiting for us. On guard, in a rare crate appearance. You don't actually need him to progress through this section, because he swims off when he... Okay, good. Was almost afraid he would despawn there. Alright, on guard, come on. There we go. But having him makes things much easier. There. Remember to take out the lurchins when their shells are open. Get rid of this bounty bass. And onward. Using these as obstacles just like the booty birds, are just an underwater counterpart, of course. Nail that. Just one banana, though. Another one. Just another single banana. What a rip-off. Keep an eye out for these. Actually, is there something up? Yes, there is a banana bunch. Keep an eye out for these fast lurchins. They open and close their shells so fast that you're better off not risking it and just avoiding them. Then we have some slow lurchins. You can hit these pretty easy if your timing is good. Another single banana. Is there anything over here? I suppose not. Head up here and we're going to have to ditch on... Oh, 1 second. We're going to have to ditch on guard again. Remember, press X to dismount from an animal buddy. I don't remember if I ever mentioned that in Lakeside Limbo or not, but you can. There's a star barrel and Ellie now. And there's two animal buddies on screen at the same time. You're not going to see that very often. You want to be very careful with Ellie because you need her for something coming up. And she likes to run very fast, and she's liable to get despawned if she goes too far in one direction. Let's mine the copter here. Here's, uh-oh. Move, move, move. Okay, and got her. Alright. And, one thing to note, you can actually use her dismount as a double jump to, say, reach that barracorn without... That was a cheap shot. Good thing that DK barrel's right there. Without putting yourself in harm's way of the copter by trying to jump off it. I'm going to approach this slowly because there's another copter coming up and now another Kachukka and it's barrage. There we go. Down here is another water source, but you don't want to go down there even though there's some secrets to be found because Ellie can and will despawn if you go down there. First, you want to head over to this end. There's a little more to be found because if you double jump off her, the first bonus barrel of a level this far. Yeah. 20 stars to collect. Here's an interesting little mechanic. By that I mean, here's one we already know how to do. You'll you'll have to use the double jump trick to get all the stars here. Interestingly enough, the Game Boy Advance port of this game did something a little different with that, with this bonus area. Ellie did not appear in this, and as such you had to get these stars by roll jumping off this upper cliff, which was extended. Fortunately, Ellie is waiting for us. Or, well, that's unusual. She wasn't this time, she was in my practice run. Wonder why that is. Someone in the comments, if you know, can you drop a line? Well, no harm done. We don't need her anymore. Hopefully she's safe. 2 bear coins and a banana bunch down here. Here's a DK barrel because in order to head onward, you either need both Kongs or you need to double jump off Ellie. There we go. Now we time this right. Into the barrel, and we're going to finish this level off with Squitter. Very careful with the copters here because they have some big hitboxes on them. Let's use a couple platform webs to get the G safely. Nothing down there of note. A little bit of lag there. There's a booty bird. Careful. Chucker raining down hellfire from up above. But wait a minute, we have platform webs. Let's not touch that no sign just yet. Let's see if there's anything up there with them. Careful. No, let's not do... That was kind of stupid. Upward. There's our second and final bonus barrel. Bit of a heads up, this one's going to be tough. Gotta nab 15 bananas with this Kachuka raining down bombs up from up above, and you notice he hits just about the entire area other than this little section off to the left. The Game Boy Advance port made this one easier as well by making it so you only had to collect 10 bananas of all things, and making it so the Kachuka's bombs didn't hit the far right, only got to the middle. On one hand, it wasn't a pain like it is in this game, in this original version. On the other hand, it's a little easy. You give and take something like that. Regardless, bonus barrel drops us off just outside, just before where you get up to there. See the Squitter? And if you have both Kongs, there's something more you can get. You know, there's one thing we still haven't found in this level, right? Well, you can just barely make out some ground up there. There he is. He thought he could hide from us again. Doesn't he know better by now? Let's grab a steel keg. Gotta make a bit of a... That was a mistake. Gotta make a bit of a trick shot with this one, since the coin is standing so close to that wall. So let's get back up there. Nab that steel keg again. There we go. Let's stand on the coin shield since we know we can do that now. Bank it off that wall, and the DK coin is ours. Oh, and if you remember those little caches like in Buzzer Barrage, there aren't any in this level, presumably because when are you going to be running around as just the Kongs? And so we have one more level to get to get through in Razor Ridge. And as it turns out, the unusual colors don't change. As it turns out, we still have some unusual colors to go. Just work with me here, guys. Ooh, yes, you're not seeing things. The mountains are blue. Oh, a little bit of blue-violet. Well, regardless, it's a bit of an unusual color for a mountain to have, but it's very aesthetically pleasing. And here we have a rope. Well, and it couldn't be ropey rumpus without one. And so, the vast majority of this level is going to be based around these horizontal ropes and avoiding enemies while on them. This level is very differently aligned than the completely vertical, or almost entirely vertical, mountain levels of the earlier in the game, so it's a nice change of pace. And here we have a bonus barrel on the other side of... Well, there's gotta be some way to blow open this, right? You know, like, there couldn't, say, be a TNT barrel lying around here, right? But of course you know there is, and so now we gotta get over to the right. Let's just jump, hold right, sail far away from the enemies, and now we can reach this. Alright, word of advice, all the buzzes in this one move clockwise, so if one's getting a little close for comfort, just jump over it. And figure it out fast because there's a pretty short time limit for this one. And we are back to use this TNT barrel as we wish. Swing and a miss. Fortunately, it's not really necessary. Remember, it's World 6, things are getting kind of difficult. Well, we can stop here for a breather. If you look down there, you can just barely see the O, but if you go off to the right, you can find 2 bear coins instead. And the O. Well, I messed that up. Something to note, if you fall in most of this level, you end up further back in the level and have to retrace your steps a bit. Well, this stinks. Fortunately, you can still get back unless you mess up. Let's not get hit again. Easy. I knew I was going to mess up. I knew it. I knew it. And as you see there, and probably saw before, when Kitty dies and lands on a surface on screen, he throws a tantrum. So let's not mess that up this time. I'll see you back where I fell. And we're back. So yeah, down here we can find a banana bunch. You can go down here, but be careful because if you start falling off and you don't land in this conveniently placed arrow barrel, you'll end up back at the beginning of the level, and that just ain't fun. You want to be careful here. Easy. Get around these buzzes. Is there anything over here? I thought there was, apparently not. Star barrel marks our halfway point. You want to time this so you're not where the buzz is. Now we have some spinning ones. This section might call the mine chain link chamber a little, back in Donkey Kong Country 2. Dixie helps a little more than Kitty does there because she can jump off ropes faster. 20 bananas to be had. Be careful here. There we go. And wait a minute. Because if you drop down here, why does this guy think he can keep hiding from us? Not all that hard to get the coin here. Onk! Just finding him's the puzzle. And we're back up. There's the end. Let's sneak up here. Very close quarters with these spinning buzzes. Oh, there you are, Perry. Fortunately, this level, I am at a loss for words so often tonight, I'm not sure why. Most of the obstacles in this part of the level are at your height, not Perry's, but you definitely want to keep him alive. Unfortunately, if you have a sharp eye, you can find yourself a shortcut. Up here, there's a whole lot of good stuff. Bit of an understatement. As we parachute back down onto the ropes, we can get a quick glimpse of what we did not have to go through. Yeah. Just a little further. 1, 2, there's the G. Perry turns into a bonus barrel. That's why he wanted to keep him alive. Oh boy. So, due to the nature of this bonus barrel, if you mess up so much as once, you're either going to do the whole level over again, or get yourself killed. So, patience is key here. If you have Dixie, use her. Smaller hitbox. Easy. There I missed the banana. Don't worry though, we still got plenty of time. The bananas only show up in a few different places. Just 3 more. 2. 1. Got it. There we go. Down here there's a flag, and there was only one little hidden cache in this level as well. Go figure. So as you've noticed by now, Razor Ridge actually has a lot of color variance in its levels. I mean, we just saw blue and violet featured prominently. Buzzer Barrage was primarily orange and green, palette-wise. Clifftop Cache was yellow. How appropriate, right? And you just know this boss coming up is going to have a red background because all the others have. It's actually quite a rainbow of a place. Very beautiful if, you know, can stay alive. And so, this evil-looking face in the water marks the entrance to Barbos' barrier. What's one more boss in our way, right? And we're going to be playing this boss as On Guard. Our second boss battle as an animal buddy. And there's Barbos down here. There's Barbos, who is apparently a she. And so, her main form of attack so far is to summon regular-sized lurchins, who will come up from below and try to hit you, while protecting herself with these smaller purple, not really smaller, but constantly closed lurchins. And if you remember, we can stab these if their shells are open, hopefully bank shotting them into one of those guard lurchins. With both gone, Barbos moves up and down to try and throw you off. A well-timed stab deals a hit. And we're on to the next part of the fight. One on guard, here we go. This time she's going to shake things up by shooting out what are called missile shells. These nautilus-shaped things, nautilus-like things, home in on you, turn yellow, and then fire off in the direction they're facing. As you can imagine, that's the key to getting rid of Barbos's guard this time around. Oh, and if you notice how the guard lurchins spin around to whatever side you're on, well, interestingly enough, there are some unused sprites for... Oh, no. There's some unused sprites for those as well that show a more pronounced rotation. Seems they, I guess, decided it was a little too much, or maybe it broke the immersion a little, or whatever the reason. Those went unused. Second guard lurchin's gone. That's a second hit. Beware... I wasn't hit. I couldn't get out of the way of that thing. That's a bit of a pain. You see, sometimes Barbos will shoot another missile shell out right as you're trying to line up a shot, stab, what have you, and you'll get hit by it because you end up lagging for a bit after you successfully stab her. It's a pain. So yeah, but we've reached the second phase already. We just gotta line up these missile shells again. And now that I don't have to monologue about those missing sprites, let's not get hit. Line this up and move. Here comes another one. Easy. And olay! Now let's stab Barbos fast so she can't send out another missile shell. And this is by far the most complicated boss fight we've had so far. Barbos has 3 forms, all of them very unique. All 3 phases of the fight, she doesn't change, but her attacks do. She shoots out spikes in this phase. Once she stops, line up a shot. You'll have to hit her multiple times for this phase, and she will vary up when she shoots the spikes, so make sure you stay as far away as possible to give yourself as much room to avoid the spread shot. Wait for her to stop firing, and that's your cue. One more hit. Actually, fun fact, the Game Boy Advance version of the fight ends right here. I suppose that was an attempt to make the fight a little easier. If you know what you're doing, it's honestly not that bad in this fight. This phase is arguably the easiest one, and so with one more hit, Barbos gives up. There's a bonus coin for our trouble, and Razor Ridge will no longer be haunted by whatever a lurchin is. This whirlpool is actually our way out of Razor Ridge. How convenient for something so nightmarish, right? And so the rock wall breaks away, revealing the way to World 7. Yeah, it's been up there all along. And so, next time on Let's Play Donkey Kong Country 3, we're going to find out once and for all who owns the castle.